Before 9, my speechwriter came in. We were going to go over some speeches coming up, and my secretary called in just as we were starting to meet, just before 9 o'clock, and said an airplane had hit the World Trade Center. That was the first one that went in. So we turned on the television and watched for a few minutes, and then actually saw the second plane hit the World Trade Center. And as soon as that second plane showed up, that's what triggered the thought terrorism.
You sensed it immediately. This is deliberate.
Yeah. Then I convened in my office. We started talking about getting the counterterrorism task force up and operating. I talked to the president while I was there over the next several minutes, watching developments on television, and as we started to get organized to figure out what to do, my Secret Service agents came in, and they, under these circumstances, they just move. They don't say, "Sir," or ask politely. They came in and said, "Sir, we have to leave immediately," and grabbed me and
literally grabbed you and moved you.
Yeah, and your feet touch the floor periodically, but they're bigger than I am, and they hoisted me up and moved me very rapidly down the hallway, down some stairs, through some doors, and down some more stairs into an underground facility under the White House. And it's in effect a corridor, locked at both ends. And they did that because they'd received a report that an airplane was headed for the White House.
This is Flight 77, which had left Dulles.
Flight 77. It left Dulles. As best we can tell, they came initially at the White House. And
the plane actually circled the White House?
Didn't circle it, but was headed on a track into it.
Tracking it by radar.
And when it entered the danger zone and looked like it was headed for the White House was when they grabbed me and evacuated me to the basement. The plane obviously didn't hit the White House, turned away and we think flew a circle and came back in and then hit the Pentagon. And that's what the radar track looks like. The result of that, once I got down into the shelter, the first thing I did, there's a secure phone there, first thing I did was pick up the telephone and call the president again, who was still down in Florida at that point, and strongly urged him to delay his return.
You told him to stay away from Washington?
I said, delay your return. We don't know what's going on here, but it looks like, we've been targeted.
Vice President also told Tim Russert today that he recommended to the president that if necessary, they would use fighter planes to shoot down any commercial airliner that might be headed for the U.S. Capitol or other Washington buildings. There is fresh evidence tonight of America's support for the Bush administration.
And good evening. 12 days after the terrorist attacks, here is the latest. Afghanistan's ruling Taliban says prime terror suspect